leeks, celery, carrots, and a few peppers. Szechuan peppercorn that I am going to toast for a little bit in a dry pan. Turn the fan on. You only want to warm them for a bit to bring out the flavor and the fragrance. Then you can either keep them whole, but I'm going to actually grind them. I'm using my coffee grinder. The smell is super fragrant and intense. Stings the nostrils. Just kidding, sort of. In the same pan, pour some grapeseed oil. For the chicken. Skin down. Don't touch it, just leave it and let the skin crisp on one side, and then once it is, flip. Beautiful. You don't want the chicken to cook too much on the stove because we're going to cook it in a slow cooker. A layer of eggplant and then chicken. Ta-da! Turn the flame back on. Do not wash this or throw this out. This is the good stuff. We are now going to stir fry a third of the cut up vegetables such as leeks, celery, carrots, and a few peppers. I'm going to add a little bit of chili oil and then a third of our cut up leeks, some of the little peppers, and a little bit of the celery, and some carrots. And then just soften for a little bit, maybe like 30 seconds. Now we just throw these on top of the chicken. Turn the heat again. In that same pan, pour a little bit of cooking wine. And stir all that bit into it and make sure you get every little piece because that's where all the flavor is. When you feel like you've gotten all or most, then pour this into your pot. Look at all that flavorful goodness. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but this is called the Vita clay and it's a slow cooker. You can cook rice and all kinds of stuff in it, and this is my slow cooker. And it uses a clay pot, and it actually really enhances all the flavors of the ingredients, I find. Even for cooking rice, the rice just comes out perfect and moist and delicious. This is pretty much the only amount of salt I'm going to be putting for this dish. And some pepper. A few bell peppers for good luck. And about a teaspoon of the Szechuan peppercorn that we grounded up. I'm going to add garlic when I add the rest of my vegetables a little later. I hate mushy vegetables from slow cookers, so I always wait maybe like an hour or so to add the rest of the vegetables so they're not mushy. Remember at the beginning we soaked some vermicelli clear noodles in hot water. I'm just going to cut them up and put them on the top. And no water or anything necessary because this cooker is great at keeping all the moisture locked in, so the noodles will cook fine through the steam and the moisture from all the vegetables and the chicken. On goes the lid, and we wait. And you can also see I've started prepping to make Jared's favorite dish, shepherd's pie. I'm also going to cut up maybe in slices of 3 cloves of garlic and a little nub of ginger. And tip on ginger is the best way to keep it, and to peel it and cut it, you should freeze it. It's the easiest thing. Because ginger is so coarse and like hairy and fibrous, if you freeze it, it's easier to peel and it's easier to slice. So I just broke off this frozen ginger and it's still frozen. As you can see, it's much easier to peel while it's frozen. And also, now it's really easy to just slice. Ta-da! I love garlic in thin slices in dishes. Some ginger slices. Garlic. I only put a little bit of it. I'm gonna keep the rest in here with my veggies. And then some spicy peppers. Turn down the heat. Oh, and have the fan on high because it's gonna sting. I'm gonna put some peppercorn. Oh my god, that smells so good. I think Szechuan peppercorns are one of those things that, like, once you've had it, it's pretty addicting. Like, I'm finding myself craving it, like, all the time. My husband will ask me, oh, where should we eat tonight? And I'll be like, Szechuan restaurant? So, yeah, I think I'm pretty much hooked. Turn up the heat when you're adding the vegetables. Let's do the eggplants first because I actually prefer the eggplants to be mushy. It's like the only vegetables I actually prefer mushy. So I'm gonna throw those in and stir for a bit. On the stove next, since I'm using a small pan, I'm going to dump these into this glass bowl and then do the other veggies. Okay, so these are a little bit softened up, and now I'm going to dump these into this glass bowl until it's ready to go into the slow cooker. Ooh, but first let's do some deglazing here. More cooking wine. I actually wish I had some wine to drink while I'm cooking right now. So now what I'm doing is putting all the vegetables in there with the red pepper and everything. And then I'm gonna try to mix it really well. And then let it cook for 40 more minutes. Oh, the chicken's like coming off the bone. It's awesome. Okay, now before I close, I'm going to add a little bit of soy sauce. Oh, it smells so good. Okay. Now, back on with the lid and let it cook. And it is done. Finished product of a one-pot Szechuan peppercorn chicken. I guess you could kind of call it a stew. Wow, it's super spicy. Sorry, busy eating. So good.